Good morning, Ruth. This is Mary again with another little something that's been on my mind lately. I went on a walk with a friend the other day, and she asked me a question, which is a very sensitive question. She said, "Do you believe that people who um, transgender or homosexual live these different styles, do you believe that they're going to hell, or do you believe they can be with God again?" And my quick and immediate answer was, I have no idea. I have no idea what everyone's been through. I have no idea what leads people to that place in time to make decisions that they make. Unfortunately, hands judgment is so solely in the hands of God. A long time ago, well, I believe personally, there's people in the world that are mentally challenged, that are born to this earth with like certain challenges that have like physical handicaps, mental handicaps, especially like for instance, children with Down syndrome. I believe that they pretty much have a free ride on this earth without any responsibility for making choices. Their capacity to make a choice is like a little child, and I don't believe God's gonna hold them accountable or damn them, for choices they might make that might hurt other people or other things. 'Cause I don't believe they have the context or the, ability to make those choices. And I had this epiphany a few years ago. I was listening to a song about this kid, um, who was being abused. Sorry, but softly so my heart for kids. He was being abused, and I thought, "Isn't he just as much handicapped as the person who's born with a handicap?" We have people who are born into violence, who are born into abusive situations, and it affects them. I have a dear friend whose dad, was it was discovered that he had sexually molested his grandchildren, and it was discovered that he had been sexually molested as a kid. And I'm not condoning his actions. People should be locked up if they are a threat to society and especially a threat to children. Um, they do. I know that they have consequences, but as far as his judgment in the eyes of God, I don't know how his own personal life experiences affected his ability to make that choice. And I don't know how handicapped he is in his ability to make choices. And so, bringing that full circle, um, in a religion that really feels that God has asked us to be men and women together, united in marriage, so we can procreate and have children, become like Him. Um, to ask the question, do I feel like those who choose not to follow that are damned? I've no idea. No idea. I know where I'm at and what my choice is, that I want to try to follow this pattern that God has set because He's promised blessings. Not because I'm more righteous, but it's because I'm desperate and I want blessings. I want to have children come from my body. I want the blessings that I felt from obeying the laws that He has given me. The other day, I had someone over, and the Book of Mormon was sitting on my countertop, and they said, "Hey, the Book of Mormon, that's a good book. Have you been reading that?" And I'm like, "Every day." And I told him, I said, "The reason why I do it every day is because I know what it's like to not do it. I felt what it's like to not read it every day, and I would rather have how I feel to read it every day. It doesn't make it easy; it makes it easier." So as far as going back to the first one, as far as judging other people, we have no idea what handicaps, what things have affected their decisions. We don't know the context of when they make decisions. Maybe they were raised in an environment where that is the best way, where they were raised by two moms, and they are told that is the way that can bring them great happiness if they want to explore that. Heavenly Father knows. He knows the best thing, and He loves them so completely. And the grace of Christ is so comprehensive that anyone who is unable to make a decision because of any kind of reference or framing of development, um, God's grace will shower upon them, as I hope it would upon me, as I have things that have happened in my life. As my therapist says, I'm like a veteran. I'm a veteran without a leg, that's come back from a war, from what happened to my son. Sorry, I'm always emotional, so I don't apologize anymore. I'm gonna cry. And, so the other day yesterday, it was so silly, it was a little trigger. I was at the grocery store, and I was already feeling a little bit vulnerable, on Easter Sunday, it was the 20th anniversary of my son's passing, and also Easter, which is a day of so many messages of future hope and raising them, but I did miss I was missing my son and my family. Uh, Half my kids have now officially gone almost, has 6, kids that are, full in the coop in more ways than one, and I only have 7 here, and I know only 7, but that's raw for me because I love each one of them so much. Anyway, so I'm already feeling kind of vulnerable and trying to, be okay and be stable. And then yesterday, I was at the grocery store. It was the stupidest little trigger. I was loading up things on my Aldi's rack, and a jar of I just put a glass jar just so you know it's coming right on the edge there, and it fell down and shattered. And just the fact that I had caused a problem or caused pain it was a trigger. And you go, that itself wasn't a big of a deal. It triggered my feelings. So I'm handicapped and I make bad choices and I pray daily that the grace of Christ will bless my family and compensate for what I'm not doing. So judgment, we don't judge. We don't judge other people. I know that I've done things that I've regretted and things that I hope that God will compensate for, and I can only pray that He does. And so, and ask me if I judge. Absolutely not. I can love people. People are good, people are kind, people are generally well-intending, and if they aren't, chances are they're broken because of life experiences. And so that's my epiphany for the week, is and tied into beauty from ashes, that we can see the garbage in people around us. I'm not making some of my favorite people in the world have chosen different sexual lifestyles, and I love them and adore them. So when I say garbage, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ashes and the garbage that comes from just our rubbing up against each other, and we're uncomfortable. And the things that are hard and challenging. The beauty from that is that Christ has got our back. He'll cover all of that. And he'll take care of judgment, and we just don't have to worry about it. So, signing off this week, Ruth, and hope you all can find beauty from the ashes in your life.